Lunch with your fave is brought to you by KFC. Finger licking good. You look like a threat. I'm a threat. Yeah, it's a bang.
Today marks exactly a year since I have, started doing Lunch with Your Faves. Remember, this was a bait and pass to me, and today actually marks the literally 12 months of doing Lunch with Your Faves. It's rocking hard. As much as I started The Good Life in September, I started Lunch with Your Fave in August, and I don't know how I feel, man. It's been a roller coaster. It's been a journey. It's been finding Luhle while trying to find your fave as well. It's been a hectic yet a beautiful journey, and like I said, today, as we're jumping around into Lunch with Your Fave, today's fave is an artist, a musician, a producer, singer, songwriter, award-winning Afro-jazz artist, a session-based player, and a music director. This is 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘵, affectionately known as Rex on bass. Welcome to The Good Life, Rex, and thank you so much for honoring the invite.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's been 2 months. Hey, 2 months of booking you.
Hey,
how you been already busy? I could have been busy with you, but nah, you were not taking in the invite.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
I'm honored.
I'm here now.
You are here now, and I'm honored.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I'm going to tune in today.
Oh, thank you so much.
My boy is an all-round seasoned everything. I can't say seasoned artist. Everything.
Come on.
And I'm super humbled. But before we could go any far,
Yeah.
you are 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀. I'm going to ask you this on air because I usually like asking you, what does 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀 mean? Like, how did you even get that? What does 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀 mean?
All right, 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀 is actually 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀. 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀 is a Sotho name derived from 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀.
Oh, See what you did there?
𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀 means redeemer, and 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀 then has to be the redemptive power of God.
So you are... Eish, wa bona gore ha go te bitsa ngwana maina e leng gore ka mosela re tenegile re palwa ke gore wa bona khutsa fa wa bona mojono ka tsamaya na o hutsa hets lina le ile marelelong. I like that.
Yeah.
No, you are an artist, a musician, a producer, a songwriter. Bona, you are everything. Maybe you are, hey.
Yeah.
Take us back to you, 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀 before we get to Rex.
Yeah.
Take us through 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀. Who is he? Where is he from? How did he become Rex?
Yeah. 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀 ke mfana ko Kanye. 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀 born into the Luhle family. Very Christian and musical family, if I may. So growing up, ke godile ke itlhela bo my uncle ba letsa. One of my uncles played bass. I think I fell in love with my uncle 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀 bass playing. I was like, I want to be like him one day. One played lead guitar, one was a fully blown artist and producer. My mother was in the choir. My granddad was a priest at our church. So I think going to church every Sunday, Sunday school. And for some reason, I didn't think I could sing that well one day,
So you're one of the gents that throws in those Christian boy pickup lines. You see a girl, you're like, oh my God, you're my mama's answered prayer. I had a saying, God bless my son.
Yeah. Like, have you read the book of Numbers? I want yours.
Come on, man. Christian vibes in the air.
Yeah. So I'm the church boy. Then I think music go church. I got up my earliest directing roles at church where, by virtue of playing the keyboard, you have to give everybody their voice parts. Or no, when you sing this way, la 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 la, and you have to do this. So I think that must have instilled in me what later manifested into what I am now. So, yeah, like I said, I'm from a very musical family. And the reason why I didn't think I could sing it at some point is because we have very good singers in our family. And I was like,
I
the
don't
underdog.
qualify. Yeah. I don't cut it. The standards are high.
The standard is very high, but I'm glad to have penetrated and achieved what I have.
So how did you manage to penetrate the music industry in Botswana to become a whole winner, to become a whole award-winning Afro jazz artist?
Yeah, it's been a long journey. Like I said, 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀. So when I moved to Gaps, I think at some point, 𝗕𝗃𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀. The very first artist I worked with, I was then a bass player. I was playing bass, backing bass. The very first artist I worked with was 𝗕𝗃𝘁𝘁𝘵. So you must know him from 𝗕𝗃𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀. And then he told my uncle, "Hey, wait, wait, wait." My uncle was so it was him, then 𝗕𝘃𝘀𝘀𝘀 and the Natives. Started rehearsing then, gigging with them. I was a bass player I still am, for many artists for a long time. The list went on and on. And then sometime in 2019, I met a gentleman called 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀. Oh, okay. Niggas out again, one take him mention on air. He's actually the second artist I mentioned on air. He was very instrumental in shaping my now role in the music industry, because within just 2 weeks of us working together, he appointed me as his musical director.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, because I think music I listened to it very intimately growing up, so I knew everything. There was a point I would stop rehearsal, like, "Hey, Brian, you're not doing this right." "All right, this is my song." "No, you have to do it this way." Yeah, up your game.
I like that.
So it just went from there till now. It spiraled into many other avenues.
And which year exactly did you jump into the music industry? You keep saying when I was growing up. I'm like, hey guys, not clearly I haven't lived. When I was growing up. I don't have a past. So at what age did you join the music industry, getting to meet 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀, getting to do all these things, getting to put yourself out there?
I think where it all started was around 2015. That was how it was initiated, and like I said, it spiraled into so many other things by word of mouth. Or no, I have this young bass player, you should check him out. And then later, when you get to work with people and then they see your potential, like I say, it just happens on its own. So I think for me, it has to be the year 2015. But, many other things and milestones were achieved. Like they say, Rome wasn't built
in a day. And you've worked with big brands, but let's take a quick break, and right after that we'll unpack more on what exactly you've been up to. This is Lunch with Your Faves, proudly brought to you by KFC. And your fave for today, it's Rex on bass. Why did I say Rex? Rex on bass. Rusks on bass.
Am I that 𝗕𝘃𝘁𝘃𝘀𝘀?
Remember the first time I heard your name, I'm like, oh my God, Rex.
Rex Rabanye.
I'm like, no, but he's kidding me. Rex Rabanye. But also there's this series that I like. It's called Rex.
Oh,
Rex
really?
is the dog. Yeah, Rex is the FBI dog. At least he's smart, At least you.
I'll watch it. Find time to watch it.
You have worked with big brands, man. Hey, you've worked in the industry. You've worked with 𝗕𝘃𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀, The Berry Heart, your 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀, like you said, 𝗕𝘃𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀, just to mention but a few. How was it like doing that at a young age?
It's very humbling, man. It's very humbling for a young man as young as I am to find himself amongst greatness. Now, telling why about starstruck. No, I don't think I'm ever starstruck. Yeah, maybe just a bit. Let's starstruck. Wow, am I really working with this person? But it's a very humbling experience because Yarona, you have to learn every day. So you have like vast knowledge in these people to learn. So it's like I said, it's very humbling.
Mara what did you study, Rex? Like, did you study music beside your family history with music?
It's only now that I'm actively studying music. I'm grading music theory and practical.
Before that, there was no other qualification besides
Before
music.
that, I did business admin.
You know, I'm asking because it's crazy. I was with you at the National Arts Festival for that category that I was emceeing in Francistown.
Yeah.
And we kept screaming, 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘵. And the next day, 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀.
Yeah.
Kanta hata ke rewa band.
What's happening?
You know, and you knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you were adjudicating, it was a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Because now we're like, okay,
where did we go wrong?
What are we gonna do?
I double as a sound engineer as well, and it's all self-taught.
And how engineering?
And I learned. I must say, I've learned from the best.
Rex, how old are you?
Did we do this on radio?
Yeah, I mean, I get paid for this.
That question was not on the manifest, guys. What's happening?
Guys, tima in the camera. Get that tima mic.
I'm 27.
So inspiring.
Yeah.
So inspiring. Have you had that moment where you're like, I'm too young for this? Because I think a lot of people in the entertainment industry, when we get overwhelmed, where you're like, I'm too young for this. How would I like we get just waking up in the morning and deciding to let it go because as I grow up. Do you ever have such episodes?
I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I always tell people that you should do something for the right reasons. Don't do it for the money. Don't do it for the fame. I think 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀, and the love I have for what I do, you know. I drag myself out of bed because I love what I do. So to answer you, no. There are days where, you know, it's harder than the rest, but I just keep going.
How exactly do you approach interpreting a musical score to bring the composer vision to life?
The composer vision. The thing with transcribing music, it's called transcribing music, where well, you should at first take it as it is. You know, the original. Learn the original. Is that a question you had, or someone is asking that?
I'm asking you.
Yeah, just learn it as it is. You know, the problem with musicians is that they don't transcribe music as it is. But by the end of this semester, by the end of this semester, you would have learned what transcribing is. Yeah, so the trick is just to learn the music as it is before you bring out your own feel to it. Because a lot of youngsters bring out the feel before they understand what the composer wanted to communicate. Because music is a language on its own, so you have to understand the literature and the theme of the piece before you can interpret it your own way. Music also gives room for creativity. You know, you can later just go wild and solo on it, but you still have to understand the basis of whatever you have there, the chord progression or whatsoever.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
For you to engage with him, maybe you understand what he's saying.
But by the end of this semester.
I can't wait for the end of this semester because listen, I need to be having big girl conversations. I'm learned. And just a quick moment, we're going to be back again unpacking more of what he's been up to and what he's looking to give us for the year 2024. Lunch YTV proudly brought to you by KFC, and your favorite is in the studio as Rex on bass, giving us more insights about his journey as an artist in the BW industry, because he's definitely moving mountains, man. Rex, you recently produced and directed music at the National Arts Festival Awards, courtesy of Afro Heaven's creation, the National Arts Council and MySec. How did that feel, scooping big positions?
Ah, man, it was a big task, very fun, very fulfilling. I had the opportunity to work with amazing musicians, amazing creatives from all over the country. We hosted auditions for dancers, poets, you know, and some musicians. But it was amazing, man. It turned out so good. It was like I had come 360 because 2 years back I won an award from the same institution. So I was like,
Come
man,
on now.
look at me now playing for people coming up here to get awards. I would have opted to run for the competitions once more, but I was like, there has to be growth, you know.
Yeah.
We should look at someone's track record and see, or they've been here now, they're up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And what are
that's-
some of the
that's for me.
what are some of the challenges that you come across, especially with the genre that you are on? Because I think you my piano challenge how one time that's why we're listening to the same song. Literally. What are some of the challenges?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to sit here and pretend it's all.
Ha go dire motivational speech mo showing yang. Mo mo image, we melwa ke mo category ya.
It's all
Aspect that
honey
was
and
wow.
tea. But I don't know, man. Let's skip to the next question and get like I don't know. I'm honestly blank, man.
But like, do people appreciate your craft? Do people resonate with your craft? Do they understand your craft? Because you are a young person, but oko jazzing, one like, nna ke gola like itse gore hela go nna Sunday. Hai chafo, na go se re nna go mahalapi. Mama le papa te bere wa tselana go ya go ho ne go na some farm called Bosch Farm. My dad will have a glass of wine and just
When
to
I
me,
know have I.
I was just Princess Aura.
Yeah.
Basking with them at Princess Aura. So just for me growing up has always been baholo. You understand?
Yeah.
But here you are, a young person, and doing wonders. Not only a young person in that craft, but you're actually doing amazing.
Yeah. But I think generally hela music and the creative scene whatsoever genre one would be doing. Your success as a performer is sometimes predicated on other people's preference.
Big words, come on.
On other people's preference. You might be doing very well and also stuff says a quality, but batho si prefer, or maybe the timing is wrong. So I think it's all about reading the room. Or no, now I've been producing an album for the past 2 years. I'm still waiting for that moment to come. Okay.
I was gonna ask her.
Let's drop the music. So it's all about timing and reading the room, and you know when the time is right. No, the time is right.
I like that you touched on. Just knowing sometimes your music is not everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
But it doesn't mean that you're not good.
You know, how do you feel in instances where somebody lets you know, okay, like this doesn't resonate with me. It's not my cup of tea.
It's
and
fine.
they may say it in however way, but does that affect your craft?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Go tshwana la Oprah Winfrey a ka ntsha buka e be ke sa e rata.
So hanga gore a ke re o fosa blue, ke ra re ka la re sa robana.
One take I not even. I was reading something in the morning, I'm gonna clap so loud for myself this year.
You know?
Whether you clap or not,
So
it's
much
fine.
that I won't even hear the echo. I love that. I love that.
So as long as you are in the right headspace, or when you have the right headspace and you have your head focused on things that mean so much to you, then nothing else will topple you.
Yeah, Gape Rex is one of the greatest bassists. He's on my top 10 in BW. Come on now.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Gapenari, yeah, listen. I like bringing a fave to the studio and people can actually tell it's that fave because definitely this is not my fave, this is that fave, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, now Rex Rabanyawaka.
Yeah.
Or fave ya Gapenari. There's a difference. Now listen, you've worked with the big dogs in the industry, but not all of them. Now I want to understand, what's your process for selecting and working with musicians, you know, vocalists and other members of your team? Can we just leave here after my studio and work something on with Luhle?
Okay, generally I'm open to working with everyone who wants to work. But
you know what's about coming then.
but there are principles, So I don't like working. Okay, I want to work with people that challenge me. I prefer to work with people that challenge me. I don't want to be the best. I don't like being the best in the room.
Because you already know you are.
No, I'm not. I'm not. And the day you feel no, 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘵 and stuff, that's the same day you're playing your downfall.
Yeah.
Because now you stop learning,
100%.
you stop practicing, you stop researching, you stop being creative because we're now feeling no 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝑃. And generally I'm big on good work ethic. R5 and R5. And so I'll come at 5 for our first rehearsal. How so? Come on, so 5. The next day you get like a nakwa ya gago. Answer. Rebala so selo man.
Go talk it to next
I'm your co-host.
You
Ladies and
definitely
gentlemen,
are.
𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀, your co-host.
Lunch
Lunch with your faves.
Listen, I like that
Yeah.
you talked about work ethic and time
Yeah,
management.
good work ethic,
How are
bro.
5 for a 5? Because let me tell you a story about Rex. Gore har nako means nako. We knocked off from work. For starters, we got in Francistown.
Yeah.
It was on a Friday. My first time meeting Rex. And everybody else who was there, we vibe, we take a walk at 12 midnight.
Bro.
We take a walk in the streets of Francistown, block 1.
We take it to the
block
streets.
7. We take it to the streets. And we start making content, but the video was fire.
Yeah, it was
My
fire.
video was fire, all right?
Yeah.
It was amazing. I think we went to bed around 3, if not 2.
Lunch bar nailed it.
Lunch bar
Shout out
nailed
to
it.
Lunch
Shout
Bar.
out to my boy. 6 a.m. we had to be up.
Yeah.
Had to be at work, and we came back at around 10. That
Yeah.
means we had supper late.
Had supper
And
late.
you guys went out. And I was like, no, guys, I mean, I can't join you guys because I want to leave early in the morning.
You missed
Kabo
out.
80.
You missed out.
Tell me why Rex is calling on my door. It's 4:30. Who's it?
We have a 5 a.m. bus to catch. Yeah, and
I know I'm
I had
leaving.
something to do at the parliament that same day, so I had to be here on
And you're
time.
like, let's go. I'm like, say no more, ba.
But it was fun.
So you're
Yeah.
very, very particular with time. I like that. It
Yeah.
also goes back to, sometimes we miss some factors in somebody's social life
Yeah.
that actually contribute greatly in their business life or in their craft,
in their success sometimes.
in their success.
Yeah.
I like that. Now, what have you been working on lately? The year of 2024, a lot of people, actually, the artists, this year is such a dry year compared to other years. How do you feel about that regarding that in relation to your projects or any other thing that you've been working on since the beginning of the year?
Yeah, they're right. The thing with the music and creative industry at large, I'd love to refer to the rest of the creative industry because we're not only limited to music, I guess. There's a season for everything. There's a season for everything. There's a season for everybody. You might not be in season right now, but you might have been last year and you would have gotten bookings left, right, and center. It goes back to what I said earlier. If you're not getting as many gigs as you are now, doesn't mean you're not a good musician. It doesn't mean usimutsa gore bor. There might be a new kid on the block.
It doesn't mean you're gonna come back stronger and better. And didn't you say you're open to feedback?
Hey.
Yeah, you're not one that doesn't go to bed because you feel me.
Guys, I
But
promised.
I feel you.
I made a promise before this.
Who do you lie to? You don't lie on my
Our
show.
camera crew. But yeah, it doesn't mean you're not good. Just
Yeah.
keep on doing what you do. That's the motto I work with. If gigs are not coming in, if it might be dry at times, I keep on working. I keep on making music. I keep on writing. I keep on practicing because you might not know what the next opportunity or where the next opportunity is gonna come from.
Yeah.
You might be even writing hits whilst you are at your lowest. So this year has been this year, but for me it's been a great year.
Yeah.
It's been one of the greatest years of my life.
Like some of the problems in the music industry is gatekeeping, right?
Yeah.
Well, in a lot of genres. I don't know about this one, but I want to hear from you. Would you say that there's a lot of gatekeeping? I'm looking at you working with big brands and you're just you're fresh, you're young, young mindset, young everything, and you're still opportunity enough to work with big brands. Would you attest to, how do you attest to your next statement, there's a lot of gatekeeping?
There is some, but like you're saying, I've been fortunate to have penetrated and just maybe found favor in the eyes of so many other big brands and institutions in our music industry, because there is some resistance here and there because some people prefer to work less mamang, or they just want to be there. They don't want anyone to come and you feel that space. But sometimes, like I said, there's a season for everybody. Sometimes you just outgrow that space, and there needs to come somebody and just give us something fresh. But like you're saying, sometimes because someone wants to keep that position and stay there and just block everybody and just be insecure with the, I think it's largely born of insecurity.
I highly agree with you. Love that.
If this little boy he's going to outshine me.
Yes,
and they're gonna write me off. People are gonna write me off in an instant.
Crazy.
I think that's largely because a lot of people who are gatekeeping are not necessarily the best. But let the talent speak for itself.
Buzz, man, buzz. And speaking of people deciding, I don't want to work with Luhle, I want to work with Prince. For example, what do you think influences people to the top dogs? Let's use them as an example. What do you think influences them to make such decisions? Besides the insecurity or any other negative feeling?
I'm not a top dog, but I have that thing. Leave that
to me. I will decide if you're a top dog. You are. But carry on.
Maybe for a particular project.
Yeah.
But ese gore kana ke ka moa opehela maybe ele ka moa lo ko tlase ke khata ke ta ele ka moa ko tlase because wa go tlhalela hore okay, I'm a bass player, and I can mutilate rumba, but there's someone who can play rumba better than me. So for a song, you're talking a certain feel ya rumba. If you don't call me and call Samurai, one of the best seasoned guitarists, that music, it's all good, It's fine.
It makes sense.
It makes sense. It makes more business sense. It's better saving to the art and the music. So I think people who make decisions decide to bereka le mongwe over the other. More loyalty. I
like that.
Ke bona dijobo tse di tona ebe ke mo lebala ile hore re simotlela re idlalla go kasi so it's one of so many factors. I don't want to believe that all of those reasons are from a bad place. Sometimes like I said, it's just doing justice to the piece of work, because I have, for example, in my album there are like 5 drummers playing on different songs. For a certain kind of song, I'd know Hore Winton would do it best. For another, I know Sugar would do it best.
I like that because I remember at the National Arts Festival, Puna, was that Puna? Yes, that was Puna.
Nunu,
that was Nunu actually. Yes, Nunu was advising the competitors about appearance, you know, and I felt like people didn't understand or appreciate the golden advice she was giving. And she was talking about presentation. Sometimes when you go to such competitions, put so much effort in your outfit, in your appearance, and it didn't ring until just recently. I got a call from Muzaffer. I have no idea what we were talking about, and he ends up saying, "Listen, when I was adjudicating my star, when we would advise people to put effort in their appearance, Botswana would feel like they are just starting. But the thing is, sometimes your appearance sells.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are interested to working with you because of how you look. It's in a funny, bad manner vibe type of thing.
Yeah, that's very true. And one of the artists I work with, 𝗕𝘁𝘁𝘁𝘁, he once
love him to death. Love him so much, man.
we had a gig last night together. It was amazing. So 𝗕𝘁𝘁𝘁𝘁 told me, you are a working billboard. You're a working advert. So, hella by working and passing by, or it should represent who you are even before war there.
Yeah.
We would rather have that smart guy but then he seems nice, but he's confusing us. Gape le ka ha o apara ka teng should be relevant to what you're singing. E seng o tla wa apere suit mme o tlo go ropella borankana wa bona. It's confusing. We the less confusion the better. Hela la ga leba movie. I'm big on movies. Khante lo khona go itlhalela ra storyline sa re.
This is making sense. I feel you.
Yeah. So just be a holistic being as a brand. Yeah.
Sent your WhatsApp text. Those guys are Christians and into music. Big up to him.
Oh, thank you so much, Bui.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a quick break while you engage on +26739 11066 and wrapping up our conversation right after this break. Rex, it's been such an exciting moment chilling with you in the studio, man. Getting to learn a lot from you at such a young age. I'm thinking of the conversations you're going to be having all the 43 only in studios, advice. And at 27, you're moving mountains like this. Hey, man.
Yeah.
When how build body, we are mutakas. Why when I am mutakas? Listen, for somebody tuned in and they're hearing this for the first time and they want to they're relating with your content, but in a different aspect in terms of whatever craft they're into.
Yeah.
What advice would you give them looking at the challenges the experience in your industry?
Just be you, do you. I've had this conversation.
So what advice you? It's show me what do you use for your skin? Drink water. Be you, do you.
just be you, do you. But I think a lot of creatives by under pressure what's the in thing, or what's trending, and they want to sway their creativity towards that. Where in essence we want you to write your own story. Just start drafting an autobiography of your life. I'm drafting an autobiography of my life right now.
Dude, you really are.
Yeah, I am.
You really are.
In script even.
At my big age, I cannot mix. I can write it. I have no story to write home about.
But there's a lot to tell. I think we think they are storytellers, they are musicians, they are creatives, and then there are people. Everybody's creative.
And then there are people. No matter any.
Hey, I'm reading a book, If You Do the Creative Act. It tells us everybody's creative. Obana, you took a route to this place. Chances are that you're not going to use the same route back home.
Yeah.
That's creativity. You just used your creative senses. Traffic. Let me go that route. Yeah, no, we want to go to the road most traveled. We want to do what everybody else is doing. Just because when now we tirela Afro pop, now that my piano is the end thing, you want to do a piano tune. But you might be distorting your story because we want to know you for who you are, and you're probably not that good. I'll be frank. You're not that good. You're not 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀, the small good. But you're good in what you were doing at first. So that's why I gotta be you, do you. There's space for everybody in the creative industry. Space for everybody.
Yeah. I like that. And it's okay to be late, man.
We
don't all need to be there at the same time. It's okay to be late. I like that. Do you have any projects that we should look out for before end of year? What are you cooking?
Yeah, I'm working on my album. Wait. I'm working on my album. It has a couple of nice songs in there.
And a couple of nice features.
No. For this one, maybe in my sophomore. But for this one, since it's a debut.
What's a sophomore?
A sophomore.
Sophomore.
𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀.
Ah, big words.
A sophomore is like your second release.
Graduation
Ngwanak.
or was it worth it?
Ngwanak.
All right, okay,
Yeah,
love that.
maybe in my sophomore I'll go for features because this one, the debut album, has to be more of an introduction of who I am and what I stand for musically. So I'm working on my album. My co-producer and I are still working on it. I'm working with an amazing gentleman, my uncle, my mentor, and my boss, 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀. So once we've solidified the entire project, we'll be ready to dish it out for everybody.
I like that.
Yeah, but other than that, I'm just in the creative space with many other artists, and just in and out of studio, both here and abroad.
Are you in the 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀? Are you leaving for abroad anytime soon again?
Yeah, ish. It's immigration, ish. It's all renew our passport. No, I'm leaving. So you're leaving in the morning
on the early train.
Why are you this person?
You're my boyfriend. Listen, for somebody who's listening in and they want to collaborate with you, where do they contact you and reach you?
Yeah, I'm 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀 on Facebook, Rex on Bass on Instagram and TikTok. Follow, leave a like. But my business line is 76387440. 76387440. That's my managerial line. 76. Ah, about to allow to say guy. Yeah, Mela na can find out what I think.
Ah, na get any 𝗕𝘀𝘀.
Really?
Na get 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀. English medium.
Yeah.
Come at me like that. 76.
It's called kindergarten. I sing English
I want to
medium.
look and learn kindergarten.
Yeah, 76387440. 76387440.
Listen, Rex, thank you so much for honoring the invite. Thank you so much for coming here to inspire both the young and the old. You're definitely moving mountains, and I wish you nothing short of an amazing good life moving forward.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Just send a wish list.
Yeah.
I can you are leaving. Text there, I'm back.
I'm back, Mwana. Let's work. Let's work.
And this was your fave on the show. It's Rex on Bass, an artist, a musician, a producer, a singer-songwriter, award-winning Afro-jazz artist, and a session bass player. This is the music director, man. 𝗕𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀, as his full names, officially known as Rex on Bass. Do catch him, more of him actually, on his social media platforms. Other than that, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Lunch with Your Faves on The Good Life with myself, Luhle. Taking it to the top to 3 p.m. Still engaging with you on +267 39 110 66.
You look like a threat.
I'm a threat. Yeah, it's a threat.
Lunch with Your Fave is brought to you by KFC. Finger licking good.